All right, so I just finished the A-tail for the Anaconda, and here's what it's looking like right now. Still needs to be painted, but all the surfaces are glued and ready to go. Bolts are in, wires are set, and that's the tail. And now I'm moving on to the boom, so that's what I'm going to be working on over here. What's going on, just building the Anaconda here. It's been pretty simple, just coming straight out of the box. We get all the parts and everything, and what all you have to do is look at the manual online. There's a free manual online, and it's about 7 years old, I think, but it's pretty accurate to what today's model is. There's just a few different things, but that's okay. But building the fuselage is pretty easy. You just got to follow the manual. It comes with these magnets here just to pop the lid off. I painted mine gray, but built the fuselage, and then it's onto the wings right here with the carbon spars. I'm gonna put the covers on these, the servos, and this is more of a complete wing, but so a little bit left to be done, especially here. But yeah, that's where I am with the wings. So here's a little look into some of the electronics I've put into this plane and where I've mounted them. So put the GPS up here, just a perfect amount of space for this puck, for this GPS puck. And in order to feed it down through here, I had to drill a little bit of the fuselage out right there and had to drill a hole here in the wing. But once I got it through here, I just fed it across and then Velcroed it to the ceiling, moved it down the wall, and then from here it's able to plug in to the flight controller. So that's the GPS. And then for the receiver, I'm using an S-bus connection. So we're feeding the S-bus here through the picksock, twisting it up. I taped it to the wall just to keep the wires just away from everything. And then I just simply glued the receiver onto the fuselage wall and then taped the antenna wires to the fuselage. And then for the ESC is free right now. I'm gonna have to tape that down, but here the power module is Velcroed down here. And then also for the servo wires, I've labeled everything, twisted up everything, and that way when I put the wings on, I simply just have to plug in the cords and not worry which one's which because they're already labeled. And yeah, that's right now where I'm at. So I went ahead and painted some of the fuselage and all the movable surfaces of the plane, and I got the hood also in there, but I painted the slats, the flaps, and then also the ailerons here, and then also the elevator there in the back. Now there's foam here, but I took that off just to paint and got a little bit of overspray there. But the next thing to do is, for paint wise, to get these wing tips red. The reason for that is to have some contrast with the sky, and so I can see what orientation the plane is in the sky. So I've run into problems where this all white body blends in with the clouds if it's a cloudy day, and then I can't see the orientation of the plane. So maybe adding red here on the wings and also at the tail is gonna help with that. And then also red on the other underside of the wings. So that's gonna really help out on those cloudy days and also against the blue background of the sky. So that's the next thing for paint wise. And then the next thing for flight wise is to tune the aircraft more. I took it on a maiden flight, went really well. Test out fly-by-wire A, that went really well also. But now it's just tuning the plane and getting all the trim set up for a more stable flight. And then eventually we'll put on the airspeed sensor and we'll start having autonomous missions. Also need to fix the landing gear here because I took a hard landing and now the nose gear is a little loose, but that's pretty easy to fix. But yeah, that's the next step. Everything's going fine right now. So I'll update y'all when I get that finished.